The storm had passed hours ago, but the sky still felt heavy, like the clouds weren't ready to let go of whatever they had seen. Old Farmer Briggs stepped outside with a cup of black coffee, expecting the usual quiet morning. Instead, he froze. Rusty, his old sheepdog who rarely barked at anything larger than a rabbit, was planted stiffly beside the far fence. Not pacing, not sniffing, guarding. His tail low, ears pinned forward, body trembling with a tension Briggs had only seen once before, the night a mountain lion came down from the ridge. Briggs started walking toward him, boots sinking into the mud left behind by the storm. As he got closer, he saw it. The fence was smashed in, not bent, not cracked. Smashed, as if something massive had blown straight through it. "Rusty?" Briggs called out. The dog didn't turn, didn't blink, just stared into the open gap like he was waiting for something to return. Or making sure it didn't. Briggs felt a chill roll through him as he stepped beside Rusty. "Easy, boy. I'm here." Then he saw the ground. Tracks, but not tracks he recognized. Huge, deep impressions in the mud, 4 to 5 inches deeper than any hoof print he'd ever seen, with claw marks that stretched a full hand's length. The shape was wrong too. Not a cat, not a wolf, not a bear. It looked like something that walked on 2 legs, but dropped down on all 4s when it ran. And whatever it was, it hadn't just run through the fence. It had leapt it. The tracks started far on the other side, landed mid-field, and then continued past the fence where Rusty stood guard. Briggs followed them with his eyes, heart tightening. They led across the pasture, into the tree line, and vanished into the shadow of the woods like the creature had melted into the night. Rusty growled, a low, warning growl Briggs had never heard from him in 15 years. Briggs knelt, touching one of the prints. The mud inside was still warm, meaning whatever broke that fence had been there minutes ago. Suddenly, Rusty barked, loud, sharp, desperate. His body jerked toward the forest. Briggs snapped his head up. Something moved, not a shape, not a figure. A presence, slipping between trees so tall and silent it barely rustled the leaves. Briggs caught only a glimpse, a flicker of pale color, long limbs, something hunched and fast. Rusty barked again, but this time it was fear, not courage. Briggs grabbed the dog's collar. No, you stay right here. Because now he saw something else. At the very edge of the woods, half hidden in the brush, something had been left behind. A piece of wood. A scrap of cloth. No, Briggs stepped closer, squinting. It was the top plank of his fence, but it wasn't broken. It had been gnawed through. Teeth marks rose of them, deep enough to carve the wood like soft bread. Briggs's stomach dropped. Nothing in these parts had teeth like that. Nothing natural, anyway. He looked back at the muddy tracks, then at the forest swallowing them whole. Rusty whimpered. Briggs whispered, "What in God's name was out here last night?" The wind moved through the trees, very softly, very slowly. And from somewhere deep in the woods, something answered. A low, dragging exhale, not quite a growl, not quite a breath. Something in between. Rusty pressed against Briggs' leg, trembling. Briggs swallowed hard, keeping his eyes on the trees. Whatever broke the fence, whatever left those tracks, whatever was watching them now. And it wasn't finished.